Hi, I'm Albee Swenson. If there's one word that I would use to describe Ruth, it's the word selfless. That's a pretty hard trait to find anymore, but since it's also the perfect word to describe Jesus, I think it's worth examining a little more. The Apostle Paul tells us to do nothing out of vain conceit or selfish ambition, but in humility consider others better than ourselves. He tells us to look not only to our own interests, but also to the interests of others. That's not very common, is it? Usually we fill our days with all the things that we want to do, and other people and their problems, well, they're interruptions to us. How different our lives would look if we lived selflessly. We would look for ways to bless other people. We'd go out of our way to help the lonely and the hurt. We would give up some of the extras in our lives in order to give to others who had need. We would be the Acts 2 church. You see, after Pentecost, after the Holy Spirit came to the apostles, the church grew rapidly, and we're told that all the believers met together and had everything in common. They sold their property and their possessions in order to give to those who have need. That's not what we usually see today. We see people always wanting more. We have clothes, we have houses, we have cars, and yet we want newer, bigger, better. When Jesus walked the earth, He wasn't after stuff. He wasn't after a cushy life or a comfortable home or even a comfortable way of life. He knew Satan would push back. He knew unbelievers would reject Him. He expected a tough road and persecution. That's why He didn't complain about His life or bemoan going to the cross. What are you striving for? I work with the elderly, so several days a week I'm with people who are 30, 40, 50 years older than I am. Their friends have died. Their spouses are gone. Other people are now doing the jobs that they once did. Other people are living in the homes that they had. When your possessions amount to just a few changes of clothes and some important pictures, you really start to understand the irrelevance of all the busyness, all the things that you always thought were important. Are you ready to take the blinders off that keep you only looking at your life and the things you want to do? Are you ready to start noticing the people around you? I know I am. A couple years ago, we started noticing in our family that our drawers were full, our closets were full, our garage was full. And I started praying for contentment every night. I started praying that the Lord would help us to see all that He's given us so that we stop continually wanting more. May God help all of us to be a little more selfless and a whole lot more like Him.